Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak. We are the Odds Couple. We come to you from SportsbookReview.com, SBROdds.com, free line shopping line comparison service, which, of course, we use in every show. Today's Thursday, December 1st. This is the NBA Odds Couple show. Mike Brenner, let's throw the record up. The good news is, the excellent news is that overall on the year, your record is still phenomenally awesome. Yeah. The bad news is last 3 days have been kind of shaky, Mike Brenner, to put it mildly.
But if I have to find a bright spot, at least I was 2-3, so it's getting a little better.
Well, one of those wins was a lucky one, though.
Which one?
With the OKC.
I know. Overtime.
Yeah,
but guess what?
No,
I'll
it counts.
take
it counts.
Any way I can get it. But Pete, there's
look,
one team that goes on the do not use again list because I'm done with these guys. These Boston Celtics are as unreliable as anybody I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's the point is that okay. So obviously you had a good read on the NBA for a long time. Last 3 days you've had a shaky read. So you got maybe tread lightly, maybe think a little bit, maybe refocus, maybe like question your instinct. Like when your instincts are obviously dead on, just go with them. When your instincts are a little bit shaky, maybe not go against them, but think about them twice. We got six interesting
life coach.
Yeah, we got 6 interesting games. Look, the good news is your ROI overall is plus 8%, and that's basically unsustainable in the NBA. It's unsustainably good, but all right. So let's see what you can do.
Forward.
All right.
And viewers, hey guys, I haven't been as active on Twitter. All right, I was battling a cold. I got some company in town. It's hard to hit it every single night, but I'm going to be back on there. So Pete, I needed to throw that out there.
Okay.
To these
Yes.
guys.
Absolutely. All right. So we got some interesting games, Mike Brenner. Now, see. Here's the thing. Like in the end, I have to learn for myself. Like last night, there was one play that I wanted to take, and it was Portland on the first half and the full
I
game.
wanted to too.
The problem was Portland had just a history of not doing well, but the spot was so good for them, and their past history threw me off, and then they covered exactly. So what I think the lesson there is that unless you're talking about elite teams or terrible teams in the NBA, put more emphasis on the spot and the situations than how they've done ATS recently.
Now, flipping the coin on that one, last night I was flipping through some scores, and early Spurs were getting it done. And I thought, you know what? I should have been on that. And then all of a sudden they showed the halftime score, and I went, holy God, I'm glad I didn't get on it.
That was just the classic NBA fixed bullshit.
There we go. The fix is on, baby.
That was looking like, with like a minute to go, they were up by whatever it was. And then
they were covering it.
The Mavs scored 5 unanswered points
to
just barely cover.
Makes you wonder. So
all right, so let's look at the games tonight.
And one more quick thing. The Celtics, because the Celtics got to look at this and go, what's going on? They were out-rebounded by 19 rebounds. And Andre Drummond wasn't even there. He got thrown out early.
That's going to be a problem for them all year long.
So keep that in mind, Pistol.
All right, so the first game, obviously, that we have to look at is Houston and Golden State. And the no-brainer pick here is obviously on the over. It's a super high total.
Isn't that one of the highest totals I've seen all year?
Yeah, we've seen these over the past couple of years when two of these teams match up. You have totals in this range. A lot of times they do go over.
I'm telling you, you got a team playing the third game in a row, right? If I'm correct.
Not on back-to-back.
Oh, no, not Houston. No, that's another game I'm thinking of. But here's the thing. Houston got shut down defensively, all right, by Utah pretty well. I think they scored 101 points.
Utah's also a very strong defensive
team. They do. So I'm thinking that this, Golden State definitely looked at some game film. They know they want to start winning by bigger margins, I believe. I just think it's time for them to put it together. That I was anxious to hear your thought on that total.
Yeah,
that number scare you though?
Yes, it does. And a lot of times in the NBA, like when you see a total like this, 230.5, it either goes over or it winds up being like 88 to 85 and going way the hell under.
I'm wondering if Magic Johnson and guys are back in town or something.
And also, it's not very analogous because it was the playoffs. But last year, of course, they had a playoff series. 4 out of those 5 games went under, and the highest scoring one was 221. So none of those 5 games came even close
to that.
Right?
Yeah. And Pete, I'll be honest with you. I don't think Houston, they're going to put up a ton. I think you're going to find Golden State as the year goes on, and I think it's going to start, if it hasn't already, is you're going to see them defensively quietly get better, and they're going to start shutting teams down, especially teams that run. Now, Harden doesn't have a hell of a lot of help besides himself, and that also is going to eventually wear him out. I'm on this game, but I'm not on the total.
Okay, let's see how.
How's it going to...
How are you going to be on it?
Oh, okay. Hey, call me. And I thought of your voice because you said it. There's certain teams you got, and both of them are on the slate tonight. I think this is one that I'm not stretching. I'm not just reaching. I see them beating this team all over the place tonight in the quarter, the half, and the game.
Okay.
Is the game still 10?
No, it's yes. The Chris books have 10 minus 115.
All right, I'm going to take the 10.
Minus
Reason
115,
being,
yeah.
I think this is going to be a 15-point or 20-point win. I think they're really going to separate themselves. I think that Houston's going to get tired. First shot, the best shot line on that first half, Pistol.
The first half, let's see, it would be 6 minus 110.
6 minus 110. I'm going to hold off on that quarter, but I like that half and I like that game.
Okay.
And I will be using them on a teaser. My teasers have been effective, and I'll get to that later.
All right, so other interesting games. This is another one. Now, here's one. Obviously, Milwaukee stepped up and got a win against Cleveland.
time.
This, though, is not a great spot for them. I'm thinking maybe the Nets getting 4.5 might be a good play, despite the fact that, the Nets are a terrible team.
But you said something the other night. Some of these teams, when they're playing a defending champion, it's their Super Bowl, it's whatever, and they bring it. And that's what happened the other night. They brought it. Milwaukee looked great. Now, can the Greek Freak, can he go back-to-back, or did that 34 points, did that drain
No, I mean, he's a great player. He's probably going to have a great game again, but it's just,
Brooklyn,
the Milwaukee can be beat.
It's Milwaukee on the road there,
no,
right?
It's at Brooklyn. They're getting 4.5. Now, Brooklyn early in the year they were a bad team, but surprisingly great ATS.
On ATS, yeah,
They've
exactly.
lost 6 out of their last 7 though.
Pete,
ATS.
I don't know.
So
I can't go there. I'm
it's
gonna
a tricky
let you-
one. All right, now let's go to another game. Orlando, another team is coming off of the big upset win
Over the Spurs, right?
And Memphis is a tricky one. Obviously,
Banged up.
Conley's out. A bunch of people are out. A huge question mark is Zach Randolph. He's been out for 4
His
games
mom's-
because of his mom now. He's questionable for at some point he's going to come back.
He is, but guess what I heard? I heard that he's really struggling with this mentally. And that, I lost my mom. I can't relate to that.
Sure,
when you got a veteran that's older and that, I don't know. I think that's definitely a 10-foot pole because Memphis is tired after last night.
Right.
They hung in there for a minute, but yeah.
See, I'm thinking that maybe Orlando
Grows off of that big win.
and maybe Orlando early, something like that.
That's a typical Loshak spot right there, I swear.
Yes, I think it is.
How many points is it?
It's close to pick 'em now. It opened at 1, now it's up to 1.5. So I'm
Okay.
thinking about the first half full game. I'll probably give a play on that, but I'm
Okay.
going to hold off for
I
now.
like your breakdown on that, Pete.
Then another one that's interesting is Miami at Utah. And Utah,
Yeah.
of course, I've said this.
What's Hayward? Yeah.
They're not covering every game, but they're a team that makes me nervous to bet against. Miami now coming off of the game at Denver, and Miami suddenly their offense is kind of okay. Dragic is back and producing, and
what's his name? Whiteside, he is a beast. He's earning that paycheck, Pete. He really is.
I mean, I don't know what to think here. Something's telling me maybe lean Utah first half and lean on the under here, despite the fact that Miami's been going so high scoring.
What's the best shot line on that?
The problem is that it's a high line. It's Utah minus 10, and the first half is
going to be 5.5 or 6.
Yeah, it's 5.5 or 6, and we might see something like the Spurs game where it's just these half line first halves when you're getting given 5.5 or 6, which is very, very.
I know
tricky.
one thing though. Hayward is in that zone. That kid is dialed in, and what a player he is. Without Derek Favors, without Alex Burks, these guys are still showing up. So I gotta.
All right, and then this is one I think I might actually give though, even though I got burned doing the same thing yesterday.
I think I know
Dallas,
which one.
of course.
Yep.
Dallas.
I know
of course,
where you're going
right.
with this.
Now Charlotte's off a big loss, right? And they're
big
pissed
loss.
about that.
Yep.
Dallas is just not a very good team. I got burned fading them on the first half last
Nowitzki's
night.
out again tonight. It's
Right,
already
but
ruled
just-
out.
I'm thinking that Charlotte, first half actually 6.5 minus 112 is available.
I'm on it with you.
think
And here's
so?
the thing that Deron Williams is getting limited minutes since he's back. And you know what? He's an overpaid veteran that has never really just reached his potential. So that doesn't scare me. I've got Charlotte on the first half and the first quarter.
Okay.
I'm going to give the bookmaker opener.
Yeah, we'll give you the opener on that one.
Yep. And the first half was what?
It was minus 6.5, minus 112.
I love it.
All
I love
right.
it. They're pissed off, like you said. They're pissed off. So you're going to see something there.
It's a lot of points, but I'll take it. Charlotte first half minus 6.5, minus 112. And then the only other game we have is Clippers and Cleveland. You ever play on that one?
I do. And you know what I have on it? This is the thought out play. I'm not jumping on anything. All right. The Clippers are mentally right now challenged, and their coach is saying they're not respecting the game of basketball the way they're playing. Yeah, they're going to play a little better. I think if they do, it's going to be early. What's the best shot line on the full game? Cleveland at home,
on the
course.
full game for Cleveland, it's let's see, the line is 5, and let me just.
I saw it 5 or 5.5.
Yeah, let me just find it. Damn, I can't find. it's
all right.
getting all
Pistol
messed
Pete.
up here.
Christmas is here. It's December,
Where
Dennis.
the hell is it? Okay, Cleveland minus 5 plus 100.
I love it. I love it, and I really think they're going to beat this team. They know this is the team they need to beat. Blake Griffin, he didn't play last game. He'll be fresh, but all of a sudden, Chris Paul is getting questioned again. Are you a true leader of a team? So when that gets in his head, he makes mistakes. Kyrie Irving's going to have a field day. And Kevin Love is coming off a bad game after averaging 30 points in the previous 3. You look for him to sharpen up tonight. And I'm telling you right now, LeBron James will call this team up and say, we got to beat the shit out of this team. I love it. And the more I talk about it, I want it. So that's it.
So you're taking him on the full game.
Full game.
And then is that it for you, Mike?
No,
Brenner?
I got a teaser I want to put out there, and I love it.
Okay, how many teams?
3 teams, 6-point teaser.
Plus 120 at Bet Online. Okay.
I love it. Bet Online, baby. All right, I'm going with Charlotte.
So that'll put you at 5.
Yep. I'm going Golden State.
Okay, that'll put you at 5.5.
Yep.
Oh, no, a 6-point teaser. Put you at 4.5.
Okay, and I'm also going, and you ready for this? I like this. Miami.
Okay, and that'll put you at 16.
Plus 16.
Plus 16,
I love that. What are your thoughts on that teaser?
It's interesting. It's
Miami,
interesting.
16. I like it.
Miami. That one is I don't like to bet against Utah. That is a lot of points. Miami's been surprisingly better recently. So, all right. Okay. I hope you cash them all. Mike Brenner, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to decide. I mean, my record is horrible, so no reason to take a big balls play here. I'll take Brooklyn plus 4.5 minus 107.
That is a big balls play of the day, baby.
And then I'm also going to take Orlando on the first half against Memphis. I think they'll come out and
they're coming off that big win. That a good coach will have that team fired up, thinking, you know what, you just beat one of the best. You're that good. Yeah. Pete, I might jump on that later on.
One, right? And then I'm also going to take Miami, Utah first half under 97
Pull
minus
that trigger.
106. And I guess that's about it.
Okay.
I guess that's about it. I do kind of want to take the overs in Houston, Golden State, but I'll hold off for now. But
I would. If anything, Pete, I might do the first half over in that game because Houston's gonna, want it right away.
118.5. But I'll just hold off on it for now. Those are the plays that I'll give. And
I'm
there
coming
you go.
off of 3 unproductive days, but Pete, I didn't rush it. I didn't push it. I got a good life coach. We had that cappers only meeting yesterday. But you know what? I feel pretty good about my choices today. I'm quietly going to come out of this abyss, baby.
Okay, sounds good. Your overall record, of course, is great. We'll be back tomorrow for the Friday NBA card.
And we are the odds couple.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.